Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So welcome. So once again, good afternoon. Welcome to Python Django full stack web development. We're currently discussing with our front end. So we are discussing with the Bootstrap concepts. So Bootstrap, we have 4 parts. So first part, we have buttons, Jumbotron class, container class. So currently we are discussing with the forms. So in the previous class, we have gone with some of the cases of the forms. So apart from that, apart from the forms, now you go with some other concepts. So other concepts we are going to discuss with the forms. First, we have drop-down menus. Second, we have checkboxes. Third, we have radio buttons. So we move on to the programming part. So moving on to programming part, you open this particular Atom text editor. So previously we have gone with forms. So what the form will consist of? Okay, so we have done so many things inside the particular form. So let's have a brief demo of each of the form you are going to do. So I'm going for the close of this particular HTML. So close each and everything. So save the things. So go for the file. Go for the file and choose it as a new file. So under the new file, you go with a plain text. So you use the word HTML. So under this HTML, so now you create the content. So first save the contents by using so kindly take the HTML, go for file and save this particular content. So saving, I will be giving it as forms.html. So give the content as forms.html. So I take it as bforms.html. Okay. So you have already created the HTML content. So take the HTML as you all know, give the title. So what you are going to do, so you take a Bootstrap drop downs radios in forms. Okay, so title I will be taking like this. So now keep in your mind, so you are going to do the drop downs. So if you want the drop down button, so now you have to add some extra code for your HTML page. Okay, so as you need the drop down in your content, so you need to add a scripting page as well as link page into your HTML. Okay, so that we shall see later. So come for the body part. So under the body part, you take one heading. So under the heading, you take demo on forms. Okay, so now you come for the text editor, go for the forms content here. So that means how you are going to take. So I will give you the complete demo. So go for getbootstrap.com. So click here. So when you click on Bootstrap, you will be getting like this. Click all releases. So under all releases, go with the version 4.0. Okay. So in versions, so you choose the word components. So under the components, you take the forum. Okay. So in the previous class, we have gone with this example and all. Email, password, we have taken like this. Okay. So this is the code we have taken. So you can have the forum controls like input, select, and text area. Also, we have gone the demo like this. So the adding multiple select and text area also. So you can choose the file input also, and you can go with the sizing also. So that are the basic what we are going to have. So once again, So, okay. So sorry to disturb you. So I was on mute. Okay. So now we are going with different styles here. So you can have email like this. You can have password like this. Each and everything can be given like this. So that means, so first you go with so email password content. So you can use a different plain text, different checkboxes. So inline groups also you can take. So you can have this particular format also. Okay. So like you can take email, password, address. So various things are there. So for now, I will be taking this particular format. So take this particular form. So here, rather than going and selecting, go for the copy. So under the copy, so press enter and give Control V. So enter content have been added here, the forms. Okay. So enter content has been added here. So now you save this particular content, go for file, save, go with edit, copy path. So under the web browser, you paste that. Okay. So demo, email, password, address to city, everything it is came like this. So it is looking something. So in order to get the enough space, so add the entire content into the div. Okay. So for entire form, you take it under one div. Okay. So div you take. So inside that you take container. Okay. So in small you should give container you give and take the entire form contents. So from form up to slash form. So from form up to slash form. So keep on doing. So here is the slash form, Control X. So that will divide the entire thing, Control V. So place it the entire thing. So save the contents, go for your web page. So you have taken div class is equal to container. So inside that you have taken the form. Okay. So any change you are having? Have you applied any Bootstrap links? So nothing, it is showing like this only. So for now, you need to add the Bootstrap link. Okay. So in order to add the Bootstrap link, so go for the getting started. Okay. So copy this CSS file, copy this JavaScript file. So copy this CSS. So here they are telling, so this should be there because you have taken drop down menu is also there. Here you can choose state. So drop down menu is also there. So you have to choose this particular CSS file. So they are telling copy paste the link into your head section. So copy this particular thing, go for the content. So paste it before the head. So paste this before the head, go for file, save, and go for the copy path. So now you see, go for the page. So paste the particular content and press. So now you can see demo on forms. You are getting email like this, password like this, address, apartment, so many things. So state you have to choose that I have not given anything else. So check me out like this. Okay. So this is the code what you are going to have. Next, apart from that, so for every file, if you are making use of CSS, kindly add the JavaScript. Okay. So keep in your mind, understand this one, place the following scripts near the end of your pages, right before the slash body tag. So where is slash body? Before that, you paste this one. So go for the copy. So go with the content. So before the body, so here you find the body tag. So here you paste this particular content. So this is used if you have some of the things are using JavaScript. So go for file and save. So there will be some changes. So you can't notice each and everything. Okay. So here you have taken email. So your password you can give address, city, you can choose the particular state. Okay. So go for the state. So here they have day1 state, class is equal to form control, option you can take. So many things are there. So inside that you can have the choose button. So go with this particular components. So I will tell you so how to make use of that particular text. So where is that thing? So this is the case we have taken complex layouts in the form of the grid. So here if you give choose, there is nothing. Okay. So either you can take it this particular form or you can go with this particular form. So in this content, so now you can have the different font styles, different things. Okay. So suppose if you want the file upload, so if you want the file upload, so go for this particular div. So already form is there. If you want the file upload, so you take this particular content copy. So where you want this particular thing, so you paste it there. So after div, before the submit, you take this particular content. Okay. So let's see where you are getting that particular file upload. So check me out. Example file input, here you can choose different things, give open, so it will show everything like that. So that is the file upload. Okay. So now you can see, you can set the height for the input boxes. So where are the input box? Email is there, password is there, address is there. All these are the input boxes. So input box, you can take different colors. Okay. If you want it in large, you have to give form control large. So what is the content? If you want the default, so you don't give anything. If you want it in large, so you have to take this particular content. So copy this one and go for any of the email, password, anything. Okay. So here is the email. So email is there here. So form control space, you paste that particular thing. So similarly, password also, you paste that particular thing. So for the address also, if you want, you paste that particular thing. So address to also, if you want, you paste that particular thing. Okay. So cities, countries, everything will be of different. So go for file, save the contents and go for your page. So here you can see you are getting email in big, password in big, address in big. Okay. So now you have taken the sign in button. So sign in the color. So which category it belongs to? If it is in blue color, yes. If the button is in blue color, what is the category?
Primary.
Primary. Okay, good. So suppose if you want it in green color. If you want it in green color.
We have to choose the success button. We have to choose success button.
Success. Okay, good. So here you can, for the submit, you can give success. Okay. So if you give success, save the contents and go and refresh. So you can see it in green color. So for the same thing, you can have the outline also. So what is the outline you can take? Button hyphen outline hyphen danger. If you take like this, Control S, save the content, go and see. So danger outline you are getting, you won't get the success button. So you are getting the danger outline. Okay. So suppose if you remove this particular thing, I have removed the entire thing. So save the content and go and see how you are showing. So it is showing it in danger. Okay. So now let's go with a difference. Okay. So here, if you give button hyphen danger, okay. So if you give button hyphen danger, what will happen? Let's see. So save the contents. So when you give the danger, it will show in red color. So when you click on that, the color will not go. Okay. So, but when you give the button hyphen outline hyphen danger, okay. So save the contents. Now you see, so color will go, but when you click, you will get the red color. Okay. So that is the concept you can have. Sign in. Understood. So you can take the input size can be large. This one medium, it is a default. This one goes small. Okay. So either you can select large select, default select, small select also. Okay. So this is read only plain text. If you want to have the input read only elements, use the form control plain text class to remove the default form. Okay. So there are so many things you can have. You can take this one as a confirm identity also, small change you are having. So what you can do for getting the confirm identity. So here you can change the confirm identity you will get. So now you come for the checkbox and radio box. Okay. So what does the radio box will do? A single class for both input types that improves the layout and behavior of the HTML elements. So are selecting one or several options, while radio are selecting one option from many. Okay, so this is the checkbox we have taken. So this one we call it as disabled. So both will be same, but here you want to have the word disabled, but here you are adding the word disabled. So that is the only change what we see. So similarly, default checkbox, or you can have default radio button also. So radio button, the tag is given. Now you come for the checkbox or radio button on the same horizontal line. Okay, so if you want the radio button or a checkbox on same horizontal line, so by adding form check inline to any of your form check. So if you want to add the group checkboxes or radios on same horizontal line, so what should be done? In place of form check, you add form check inline. So where is form check? So this is the checkbox we have taken. So form checks, if you want in same, so if you are having many, then you can make use of form check inline. So inline will get you this particular thing. This is for inline checkboxes, and this one is for inline radio buttons. Okay, understood? If you want only one, no need. If you want different numbers, so then you have to go with the inline functions. Okay, so that is the demo of the forms. Okay, so after that, now you come for the new concept called dropdown. So select the dropdown. So now you go with a category. Okay, so this is the new thing we have already taken, or you can go continue with the same thing. Okay, I have taken the drop down menu here, drop down radio and checkbox. So drop down, I have taken the title as Bootstrap. I have taken this particular link. So I've already told you which link you have to choose. So go for the getting started. So first you have to include CSS. So next you have to include JavaScript. So these are the two codes. So place the CSS into /head, place the JavaScript into /body. Okay. So before the /body, you place JavaScript. Before the /head, you add the CSS link. Okay. So here I have already added JavaScript before the body. The JavaScript is there. So before the head /head, you are having this particular link. So now I have taken the drop down menu. Okay. So come for the concept of drop downs. So go for the components, go with a drop down. So this is a drop down we have taken. So example we have taken like this. So this is a drop down, but drop down, you can take it as a button or you can take it as a link. Okay, there are two things. So when you go with a drop down button, so copy this particular link. So I have copied here. So take it as languages. So under that you give something called, so first language, Kannada. So second, you can have English. And third, you can have Hindi. If you want any other, so you can have a multiple drop downs. So copy this particular thing, press enter, Control V. So Control V, I have taken two other things. So in that we have given the language Tamil, and next we have gone with a new language Telugu. Okay. So when you go with this particular cases, so now for that I'm telling you have to add the JavaScript, CSS as well as the JavaScript. Okay. So then only this drop down menu will work. Okay. So go for the file, save the contents, go for edit, copy the path. So now open the browser and you add this particular link, Control V. Okay. So now it is showing drop down radio and checkbox. Click on languages. You are getting so many languages here. So drop down, you can select a number of languages. Okay. So this is the demo of the drop down. Okay. So suppose if you want to add the drop down links, so go for the autumn text editor. So here I have taken the div as drop down. Okay. So consider here, this div is opening and closing here. This div is closing here. Okay. So take the same thing. Now so that is up to, so now you go for the H2. So under that you take drop down as links. Okay. So when you go with a drop down as links, so go for the content. This is a drop down link. So copy the entire content. So autumn text editor, Control V. Okay. So drop down links. So here you can change the name. Social links. So I will be giving something called social links. So many things are there. So as it is a link. So suppose if I want Google. So when you click on that, as it is a link, so when you click on that, it should go to some other page. So for that, I will give http://www.google.com. Okay. So similarly, you can have Facebook also. So give it as Facebook. So go for the link. So while giving the link, you take http://www.facebook.com. Okay. So if you want some other links, okay. So what we can take, if you want Gmail, okay. So Gmail, so what you can give, http://www.gmail.com. Okay, so when you give like this, so say this is the drop down link you are having. So go for file, go save, go for edit, take it as copy path. So under copy path, you take these things. Okay, so language, you can select English. So social links, you click on Google, it should take you to Google page. Okay, so similarly, if you click on Gmail, it will take you to Gmail page. So similarly, if you click on Facebook, it will take you to Facebook login. Okay, so that is drop down as button, drop down as links. Okay, so see, this one is languages and this one is links. So if you click on that, so if you click, nothing will happen. If you click, it will go you to the website. So that is a demo of the drop down link. So under that, you can have different types of drop down buttons. Okay. So different types of drop down buttons. So how you can take that particular thing. Okay. So best part you can do. So there is a single danger button. So here they have taken like this. So you can take different buttons like here button. So they have taken the insert button. So similarly, if drop down we have taken, they have taken the button. So button we have taken it as secondary. So this one you can give it as primary. So if you give primary, you will get it in blue color. So similarly, you can take this one as success because it is a color which looks good. So save the contents. So now you go with a browser and refresh. So you are getting different colors. So languages, you can select anything. Social links, you can select in this one. So that means you can have a different button types, different social links like that. So next, we can have split buttons. Okay. So split buttons here you can see everything. The best part is this one. Okay. So now create a split button dropdown with virtually the same markup as single button dropdown, but with addition of toggle split with a proper spacing around the dropdown caret. So this is the dropdown caret. So with a proper spacing. So here you can see. So after Y, it is immediately, there is no space between Y and arrow. But here you see after the Y, it comes like this. So this one, so that is a change. So if you click here, the entire thing primary is selected. But when you go for the split here, you see this one is in different, this one is in different. Okay. So for if you want that particular case, that type, so what is the change you have to do? So already see the class, what you are having. So button, danger, drop down toggle, everything will be there. Okay. So button primary, drop down toggle, everything is already there. But what is missing? So drop down toggle split is missing. Okay. Copy this particular thing, drop down toggle split. So you have to give it drop down toggle space, drop down toggles, control V, drop down toggle split. So here also you can take a drop down toggle split. So go for file, you can save the contents, go with the edit copy path. Now you run. Okay, so here, so languages, it is selecting. Social links, the entire thing is selecting here. So there is a small change you have to do. Data toggle. So just check the contents with this one. So button, danger. So data toggle is equal to drop down. Have you taken? Data toggle is equal to drop down area expanded. So everything we have taken like that. So kindly go through. So toggle drop down, you have you taken this particular code? Just you check it out. So here you have to take this particular content. So I have given the split, but the thing is you have not taken this span class. So toggle drop down. So you have to take this one, copy this particular thing, and before the button closes, so before the button closes, you have to give this particular span tag. So this is up to, so button false. After the false, you give this particular before the languages. So you have control V. Okay. So give the word languages, kindly save the content, go for your web page. So click here. So no change you are getting. So that is the concept you have to take. Split danger buttons. Okay. So you take this entire content. Okay. So you have to give div class is equal to button group. Have you taken the button group? Sorry. Div class is equal to, we have taken it as drop down. So you have to take this particular code. So then you can get it in split buttons. So let's have a copy of this one. Okay. So this is div, it's starting here. So after the two divs, so you take the next three content H3. So you take it as split, drop, split, so split, drop downs. So take the split drop downs. So you take this one as copied and go for the autumn text editor, paste the particular content, and let's see how you are getting. Let's see how you are getting this particular link. So Control S, go for the web page and see split drop down. Here you can see it is in red color. So if you click on this, this one will go. If you click on this one will go. So that is the social this thing. So now we can have some other toggle drop downs. So under toggle drop downs, you can have the word called hobbies. Sorry, you take it in caps. So hobbies. So under that, we give what is your hobbies? Read. Next you can have eat. So next you can have play, or next you can have sleep. Okay, so these are the things. Go for the save and go for the web browser and refresh. Action, read, eat, sleep. So this one is separated. Okay, this is one category. This was a separated one. So that's why you're getting. Okay, but when you click here, it will get the entire thing. But if you go here, you will get it in different thing. Okay, so arrow button, you are getting like this. So if you want it in some other thing, so here they have taken it as danger. So danger, I take it as warning. Warning means you will get it in green color. So danger, let's see. So whether you get this one in success. Okay, so let's see. So go for the content and refresh. So here you can see it in different colors. So this one you are getting it in yellow. This one is called split drop down. So here you can choose different things. So because yellow stands for warning. Okay. So here I have given it as warning. So it is applied for the action. Next I have given it as success. It is applied for the this. Okay. So inside the actions only you give it as hobbies. Okay. Okay, save the contents, go with a web page, and you can see this one you are getting in hobbies. So eat, read, sleep. This is a split. Okay, so now you come for the size. Okay, so for making the size, you can go with some other concepts. So like a button large and button small. So these are the two things. So currently I will go with a button large. So wherever you give the button, okay, so there you specify the button large. So here I have taken this button class. So you give Control V, button large. So here also success button, you give Control V, but is button large. So let's see what you are getting to have the changes here. So when you give button large, you are getting it in different things. Okay. So that is the demo on button large. So now you come for the drop up. So till now we have seen drop downs. So if you want the drop up and drop up variations, so drop left, split, drop left, so drop up, so drop right. So all the drops you have to see. So first we have gone with a drop down. So this is the demo on drop up, drop right, drop left. So next you come with a menu. Okay. So when you go with a menu, so here you can choose different things. So menu items in drop downs. So next you have the contents. So this is a button class. So two divs will closing here. So now you take the H4. So drop down button we have seen. So now you come for the concept called drop down menu. Okay. So come for the drop down menus. So this is a drop down menu class what we have taken. So go with a copy. Next, Control V, paste the content here. So drop down menu we have taken. So under the drop down menu, we have taken it as secondary class. So secondary, I can make it a primary. So you give it as primary drop down drop. So this is a drop down menu we are going to create. So drop down, you take it as something called our college. Our college is represented as KIT. So inside our college, we are having so many branches. So you can take CSC. So next you choose. So next you choose ISC. So next you go with a civil. Okay. So give it in caps because it is one of the menu. Okay. So Control S, go for the page, go for this one, drop down menus. So click on KIT, you are getting each and everything. So now we shall go with under drop down menu. So you can go with the alignment of the menu. Okay. So alignment, you can add the draw menu right or to a drop down menu. So if you want it in right aligned menu, so you give div class is equal to drop down menu will be there. So for that you can have the word drop down menu right. So copy this particular thing. So here drop down menu is there. So under that you give Control V drop down menu right. Okay. So when you give like that, so see what's the changes you are having. So drop down menu right, it is not showing here. Are you getting? Drop down menu we have taken. So if you have taken, kindly check the things here. So right aligned menu. So they have given it as right aligned menu. So you give it the same thing. So give it drop down menu right. So that is the code, right? So drop down menu right. Drop down menu right. So under that you take the button. Okay. So now you go with a file, save the contents, go for edit, copy the path, go with a web browser. So under that you give that particular Control V, press enter. Okay. So you will get like this. So there is some change. Add dot drop down dot menu dot right. So this is the thing you should take. So what is the change you have to see? So go through this particular button group button. Here you are given it as different. Okay. So drop down, you can't add this particular because drop down, you can take it like this. Okay. So when you, for that you have to see the difference. So here you are getting div class is equal to button group button, but here you see div class is equal to drop down. Here it is button only. So if you want it here, so you give it as what should be given. So you give it as button group, btn group, button group. So give it in small button group. So drop down menu. So now you add this particular content. So what is the content? Drop down menu right. So give it, copy this particular thing. So here give space, paste the content. So save the content. So everything is in same. Refresh. So you should save this particular content before you go. So go for save. So save the contents and refresh. So you're getting the same thing. Okay. So go through this particular thing. Next, header. Add a header. You can add the header like this. Then you can have a menu dividers like this. Then you can have the menu forms. Okay. So in order to get the menu in the form of the forms, okay. So that means you should click on a link. So you are getting this particular. So come for the concept of menu forms now. So I'll be removing this menu forms. For that, you remove this particular div classes. So now you give the concept as menu forms. Menu forms. So under the menu forms, now you go with a code. So take the div class, copy, go with the text editor, paste the content here. So this is the content, how you are going to give. So save and go and see what's the changes you are going to have. So you are not getting any of the menu forms here. So how you should get the menu form? So in order to get this particular menu form, you have to take drop down menu. So go for the content here. Put a form within a drop down menu and make it into a drop down menu and use margin to give the negative space. So put the form within a drop down menu. Okay. So you have taken the drop down menu. So when you give, you will get like this. So drop down menu, active menus, disabled menus. So everything you have to work on this particular thing. So then you will get each and every concept. Okay. So menu forms you have taken. So drop down divider and you have taken /div. Okay. So kindly go for the file, save the content, go with the edit, copy the path, and for each and every time, so you paste that particular content and see how you are getting. The only thing you are getting is menu forms. You are not able to see any of the content here. Okay, so that we shall see in the next part. So how to add the menu forms. So that means you will be clicking on a menu. So it will give you this particular page. So what is the concept of menu forms? Put a form within the drop-down menu and or make it a drop-down menu and use margins or paddings. Okay. So now for the entire thing, what we have done, now we shall have the container class. Okay. So div, you have started with a drop-down menu. So entire thing, you had the div. Under that, you give container. Okay, so you cut this corresponding div, cut it. So you cut the entire content. So here you paste that particular thing. So see the contents and go for the web page and see how you are going to get. So everything you are getting it in different thing. So language you can select, social links you can select. So hobbies you can select. This is a split drop down. Okay, so split drop down is that means it is splitting the contents along with the arrow. So this one is in different, this one is in different. Then you come across the word menu forms. Okay, so I have given the menu forms like this. So this is up to forms. So how to make use of the drop down, checkbox, and forms, radio box, everything else. Understood up to here?
Yes, sir.
So it feels something difficult to understand. But the thing is, if you want that particular concept, so you have to go through each and every styles in the drop downs inside the forms and jumbotron class, input group, everything. You have to go with working on this. So there you can understand the concepts and what are all the things you are going to study. Okay, so as all the codes are given here, just if you want this particular output, you will get the first one followed by the code. So you can choose different input styles, different forms, different drop down. Under drop down, you can have buttons, links, or even menu also. So that is up to menu headers you can create. So menu forms, so everything you can understand like this. So kindly work. But the thing is, before you work on all these things, so first one, go with the get started version 4 you take. So under getting introduction, you use this particular two links. So one for the CSS, the other one is the JavaScript. So CSS, you put it before slash head, and JavaScript, you put it before slash body. So there you can make use. So kindly see where you are coming across the JavaScript. It is used for alerts. It is used for buttons with toggling states, checkbox and radio buttons. And if you want the carousel, so carousel I will see in the next class. So drop downs, models, nav bars, tooltips. So for every this, if you are using this one in your web page, you make use of this particular content. Understood? So that is the concept of forms along with the drop down buttons, drop down links, drop down menus. So creating the menu header, menu forms. So all this will come under drop down. So kindly first you put this particular link in your head and put this particular link in your before slash body. Okay, so this is, if you put this one only, then you can get the things in this particular format. Otherwise you won't get anything else. Okay, so this is up to today's lecture. Okay, remaining things, that is up to drop down, radio and checkboxes. So this we have studied the drop down, split, drop down, menu forms and all. So work on this and become a web developer. Okay, so this is the main part of the Bootstrap, because all these things you have to learn in your concepts. Okay, so that is up to part 2. So part 2 we have finished with forms. Next, in tomorrow's class, we go with a part 3, nav bar. Okay, so kindly work using my YouTube channels, YouTube videos. So work, practice well, and if any doubts, feel free to contact me. Kindly, all these videos will be loaded in the YouTube channel. Kindly like, share, subscribe for the channel, and have a knowledge of the web development and become a web developer. Okay, so great to see you. Thank you. Meet you in the next class. So until then, take care. Bye.